Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I am Jill and today we're doing a mediocre whiskey review. Stick around.
Soundstripe.
Alright people, so today we're going to do a new one that I picked up the other day. I just happened to be near a Total Wine and well, it called my name. Like I could hear it just calling me in. So I went in. You know, who am I to not listen when someone calls my name? So anyway, the one we're gonna do today, way back in the day, my friend and I did some videos of this brand before. So this one is the Hotel Tango. And this one is a single barrel. It is a Total Wine store pick. So obviously very different from anything that we had done before. The mash bill on this is what kind of intrigued me. I don't know why it's way up there. The mash bill on this intrigued me. It is 99% corn and 1% malted barley, I believe. I could probably look. Yes, 99 corn. And it is a 115 proof, 113 proof. I don't remember. So this distillery is, again, Hotel Tango Distillery, and this is out of Indianapolis, Indiana. It is a veteran-owned and operated distillery. The founder of this distillery is Travis Barnes. He served 3 tours in Iraq and was hit by several IEDs during his tours. So he suffered traumatic brain injury and PTSD, and when he got his honorable discharge from the Marine Corps, he, met his wife and he lived his life, and then he decided to make some whiskey, and they've done a fine job of that. So we're going to give this one a taste today. I do recommend that you go to their website because they have a very lengthy story about his history and how he came to own and operate a distillery. And it's a very touching and moving story, so I highly recommend doing that. But for now, we're going to give this a little sippy and a sniffy and see. There are fingerprints on my glass already. I don't like it. But we're going to give it a shot. I had a sip the other night when I got it, and I was talking to a friend, and I didn't really pay attention to what it was. So here we go. So right away, that's got very heavy vanilla and like a hint of caramel. It's got a very sweet nose to it. There is a very slight like spice, which there's no rye in it, so obviously it's not that. That's very pleasant. I get a little bit of that like Big League Chew bubblegum, which I know that I've gotten on many whiskeys before, so It's got a very pleasant nose on it, so let's give her a sip. It does have really pretty color, and it is sticking to that glass really well. So that tells me that the mouthfeel is going to be pretty good. I do need to fix this because I don't remember how long this was aged. There, it is aged, and I saw this on their website. There we go, aged 4 years. Found it. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to say it without being sure. So it is aged for 4 years. And again, Total Wine picked this, and let's see if Total Wine knows what they're doing. So it has a really creamy mouthfeel. Like, it felt very oily, very viscous in my mouth, which I love. As far as the flavors off of that first sip, it fell a little short of what I expected to get off of the nose. There just wasn't, like, nothing jumped out and said, this is what it tastes like. So we're gonna try again. It's got a little bit of spice, flavor like a black pepper type spice, and there is that vanilla and that caramel, but they're very faint. The caramel and vanilla are very, very light flavors in this. There's, excuse me, I got a little cricket in my throat or something. It's not quite a frog, it's smaller than that. But I'm getting a little bit of oak, I guess, maybe leather. It's not bad. I'm making a funny face, but it's because I'm trying to think of what it tastes like. Try again. So now that time I definitely got the vanilla and caramel that it kind of overpowered that oaky flavor and that spice, that black pepper spice. So that one was a really well balanced sip, and still that mouthfeel is like it. I just really enjoy it because it doesn't feel just like water. It doesn't feel like as soon as it hits your mouth, it's just like whoop, gone. So I like that it hangs around, and the finish on it is pretty decent. I know that when we had done some videos before, I wasn't a huge fan of some of their things. But I know some that we did, a couple that we did before, and I'd have to go back and look to remember because I have a terrible memory. But one of them was a sourced product. I can't say sourced. They had bought a barrel from somewhere else, so it wasn't their distillate. It wasn't their juice. And another one was a finished, I think finished in rum casks. And it just wasn't for me. But when I saw the single barrel, it's a higher proof than the other ones were, and it's aged longer. It's 4 years, and this is their actual juice. This is their distillate. So that's what made me want to try again. And you know, I'm local to Indiana, of course, so obviously I want to support a local distillery, and they are doing really good things, and they are veteran owned and operated. So, you know, always trying to support local and veterans, and you know, and they've got some good stuff. Their distillery, if you're in Indiana, I highly recommend you visit. And I know they have tasting rooms in a few other cities in Indiana, so that's obviously something I think you should do as well. For now, we're gonna take another sip, and then we'll get a rating. That one, that was like the vanilla, but like a vanilla wafer cookie wearing a tiny little leather jacket. I just ate a vanilla wafer cookie wearing a jacket. That's fine. No, it was very good. The more I sip on it and the more like it opens up. I haven't had this in my glass very long, and again, I only opened this bottle 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I think. So it hasn't had a chance to open up, and it's not been in my glass really long enough to open up, but I don't hate it. I really enjoy it, and I will probably wait a couple weeks and open it again, and see how it's changed, you know, if the air has done anything to it. But for now, I'm going to give this a rating, and I'm going to give it a 6.5 today. It's good. It's not my favorite by any means. It would probably be very good mixed in a cocktail. Which, you know, maybe I'll try. I don't know. Because you know me and cocktails, we don't really get along very well. So, you know, we'll see. But Hotel Tango, I do recommend the products because they have a lot. Like, they're doing a lot of good stuff. They have one that tastes like a toasted marshmallow. It's called Schmallow. And it tastes like a toasted marshmallow, like, so good. So I do recommend that as well. But so give them a try, and visit the distillery if you're in Indiana. And if you're not, well, get to Indiana and, you know, like, call me up and we'll go have a drink at Hotel Tango and talk about whiskey. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening and take care. Like and subscribe, do the stuff, and I will see you next week. Cheers.
Soundstripe.